show you how to change the IP address of a pCOWeb directly from the display of this controller. It's a Pico 5 Plus, and it can be done as well on a Pico 5 or a Pico 3 with BIOS 4.48. So all you need to do is to press the alarm and enter button together until you get the system information. You have to scroll down to other information and press enter. At this point, scroll down to pCOWeb, piconet, and press enter to confirm. In this case we have a pCOWeb, so we can just confirm by pressing enter. If the card is correctly communicating with the controller, you will see DHCP set to on, which will define automatically the IP address picked up from the network. If you want to manually set an IP address, just click on the enter key and the on starts flashing, so you can bring this to off and confirm. At this point you can change the IP address, set this to whatever you like by pressing up and down. I'll set a typical IP address of 192. Takes a while, it's not very quick, but .168. There, 168, and let's say 1.2. At this point, next screen, you can input the netmask and gateway, so we can leave the netmask as it is and gateway to 255, 255, 255 and 0. Next screen is the DNS. I'm not going to set anything here, and then you can change in case the pCOWeb is connected to a backnet network. You can change the ident, which has to be a unique identification number depending on the building BMS connection. With the 77 flashing identifies the manufacturer as CAREL, but this can be changed with plus or minus. And with the next, pressing enter, you can then change this to whatever you may like. At this point, you need to update the pCOWeb by pressing yes. At this point it says please wait, update complete, reboot pCOWeb. This means that you have to power down the controller and power up for the pCOWeb to restore the new settings. Bear in mind that in the network settings, which might be in different parts of the menu depending on the software that's been used, the BMS protocol needs to be CAREL. CAREL protocol stands for the protocol between the controller and the pCOWeb card that talk back CAREL protocol. Then the pCOWeb will then convert that into backnet or Modbus over IP over to the BMS. I will show you within the panel. The green light stands for correct communication between the pCOWeb and the controller via CAREL protocol, and the red that would become green is the communication between the pCOWeb and the BMS. That will become green at the moment that there will be an Ethernet connection made down there.